Supposing they get a court injunction or order asking INEC to receive their candidate.
Of course, I mean, the INEC wouldn't have a choice but to obey the court order. They won't have any choice.
So right now that there seem to be some cases in court and other, why is INEC not accepting the candidates that PDP brought forth?
Well, probably I can reason for INEC in this matter, even though I'm not their representative. I mean, I'm not their lawyer. You see, the practice in law is that once a party approaches the court because of any matter, the other party will now deal with caution on that matter. Indeed, Ojukwu and the Lagos State governor is a locus classical in this matter. Even in this other case, Ezegu and the First African Transport, Nikitobi said it so graphically. My Lord Nikitobi said that you cannot take any step that will force a first accompli on the court. That is to say, you now destroy the rest. Whatever the person is contesting against, you now destroy it such that the later ruling of the court or the order will now become nugatory. So this is exactly what INEC is doing. If the matter is in court, and we cannot do anything until the court so orders. But the area that is going to be a problem is if the election approaches. I mean, that election is going to be about February or so. I don't know.
Yes.
Good. And before you know what is happening, we'll eat into the 60 days statutorily required to submit a candidate, and there's no candidate.
And people have said that that's basically what that might be the calculations of the incumbent governor.
Of the incumbent governor.
Yeah.
But again, he's not going to benefit from it, because he has to run on a party platform, except he now goes to another party.
Well,
and at that point in time, he will also be caught by that statutory requirement.
It's very clear that he's told you he's running on the platform of the PDP. He's still a member of the party.
Yeah, so without that, nobody says he's not a member. But you see, one thing about candidacy is this. As an aspirant, there is not much that the law can do for you, apart from, say, for instance, your regular rights guaranteed in the Constitution, as per section 46(1), which says you can approach the court if your right is being contravened, or likely to be contravened. It is open to you. That makes the court even capable of inquiring, even in matters like if you are in a club or a social club or even a village matter. So long as you have a constitution or guideline, the court can inquire. But you see, what people do not know is that these guidelines of the party, at particular points, at least I remember a particular clause in the PDP nomination form, which says that even if you won the greatest number of votes, that's the highest number of votes in the primaries, that it does not automatically make you the candidate of the party. The party still has a right to say, what is the character of this person? Is he a vote catcher and all that? That's why you now find that somebody wins and the primaries, they say some other person who probably did not gather that number of votes will represent the party, even though it's no longer what is happening now.
Truly, there exists a clause like that in that particular form that the PDP is giving out to its aspirants.
Yes.
How come they still go to courts?
No, but that's why we keep saying that parties are bound by their agreement. If you signed it and the party says you cannot go, you just cannot go. You just cannot go. And what the court does not do is to impose a candidate on a party.
Well, it seems the PDP is willing to lose the state rather than let the incumbent.
No, there's going to be some kind of crisis, with regards to what is going to happen. Because by the time the appeal court gives its own ruling on the matter, there's a likelihood of having to go back to the court of first instance, that's the trial court, which has adjourned sine die, And in that regard, we will now have to hear the opinion of the judge, who said, come and appear before me and let me know why I cannot grant this order. And if you don't do that, I will go ahead and stop.
Isn't that the fear?
And another thing, it's important that I make this point. See, another thing we did, maybe PDP did not take cognizance of, or the people who are even commenting about this section 8711, which is the one that bans the court from stopping a primaries or an election. Even though the intent of the lawmaker was very noble, in the sense that most politicians want to run to court to stop whatever they cannot get, in the party. And that gives rise to all those flying interim injunctions and all that. They now stopped it that you cannot stop an election or a primaries. But you see, it reminds me of an ouster clause that you find in a decree. It runs contrary to Section 66B of the Constitution, which gives the court inherent powers to look at the justice of any matter. So in other words, you are tying the court, the hands of the court, that you cannot stop these primaries. What if it is the justice of the matter? And you know, Justice Okeke had once thrown out a case of, based on section 140, saying that it is not constitutional, section 140 of the Electoral Act, that anything that is going to tie the hands of the court is not constitutional, because it runs on the face of section 66B of the Constitution, which gives the court inherent powers to determine any matter, including the justice of it.